What is up, beautiful people of YouTube? My name is Jotastic with a video today that I've been asked about for a while, which is how to get low unemployment rates in Tropico 5. Because without employment rates, without good employment rates, you're not going anywhere, and you obviously need it if you're not going to use cheat codes in order to get a healthy economy. I made a previous video on how to have a good economy, how to make money in Tropico 5. Check that out after this one. But let's talk about how to get low unemployment rates in Tropico 5. There are a few points here I want to mention, very detailed points of strategies that I do every time to get successful islands without any cheat codes, without any help, on medium economy difficulty and high political difficulty. So let's get right into it. The first thing I need to tell you, don't look at the island right now. Imagine the island when it was in the colonization era, right when we started. You need to know that low education workers are good workers. It doesn't matter if they're low education workers. These are the ones that are going to jumpstart the economy. These are the ones that are going to move your economy, the low education workers at first. So if you have low education workers, it is quite okay. For the ranches, construction offices, Teamsters, all this stuff requires low education workers. And on plantations, of course. So before we get started, before I forget, let's look at my unemployment rates. Right now, we got 66 unemployed people out of 55. I believe 66 out of 3,500 of the population. That's amounts to maybe about 1% unemployment rate. Excellent. You can't get any better than that. And there are open jobs, as you can see. Mostly high school jobs and college jobs, which we'll get into that later. So you need to understand that low education workers are good workers. Don't just focus on building college jobs and high school jobs, because they will get you money, but not when you start. So you need the low education workers, and that's point number one. Point number two is gonna have a lot of you guys shaking your head. But unemployment at beginning and in the middle is not a bad thing. Again, unemployment is not a bad thing. Don't shake your head and say, well, this is a video about low unemployment rates. What do you mean unemployment is not bad? I tell you why. When you first start out, even now when you have good money, you don't want to just build things for the sake of building things, because they're not going to get filled up. You're going to end up spending maintenance on the building that only has 2 or 3 workers, that's not even producing anything, and that's a very, very bad thing. What I do, and what I want you to do, and come back and tell me if it worked for you or not, which I know it will, is wait till, like, for example, unemployment hits about 100, let's say 120 people, and look at which one is it, who's unemployed, the illiterate people, grade school, high school, blah blah blah. Then you built a workplace that is appropriate for who's unemployed. And why is that? Like I said, you have to pay maintenance building on these things. There's maintenance that you pay. So when you just have buildings that are halfway filled up, you're losing money on it. It's not being as productive. It's not moving your economy. So if you look at everything here, you look at the construction office, full. This one is full. Ranch is full. Church is full. Teamsters office is full. I can guarantee you almost anywhere you look at is going to be full. Here, full. Look how many Teamsters office here, which I'll get into that later. Full. All of that is full. Even college jobs, not always full, but halfway damn full, almost there. So all of these things are full, because like I said, when you just build and build, you're losing money. You're losing money in the maintenance. You're losing money on the building upkeep, and nobody's working in it. Nobody's forced to work in it. But when people are unemployed, they have no choice but to take that job, even though the job quality is low. For example, if you look like at the job quality to be at a circus for low educated, it's 70, right? 70. If you look at the job quality for a Teamsters office, which I raised it, actually it's pretty high now, but wow, this high too, I'm surprised. But if you look at that, job quality varies. So when you have open spots here and open spots here, they'll just go to whatever job quality is higher. Then you have empty here that's not even producing anything. But no, when you have unemployment rate, wait for it to actually increase, then build, because they will jump and fill it up, boom, just like that. All right, so we've talked about low education workers. Let's talk about now high school and college workers. At first, obviously, when you're in colonization area, you're not even going to have jobs that require college or high school workers other than a library, maybe high school. Besides that, not a whole lot of things. So when you get in the Cold War era and you progress, that's when you need them. So what you need to do in a colonization era is actually build colleges and build high schools. Because at first you will actually have to get people from the outside to come in to fill up these college jobs, because you're not gonna always have like people from Tropico that are college educated. So this guy's 63 years old. He's from Tropico. He's college educated. Let's take a look at my oldest college. 608 graduates since I've built it. Let's take a look at this. And even the teachers are from Tropico. So I don't even need to rely on the outside for college workers. Let's take a look at my newest college. My newest college is right here. 32 graduates, which this college is not that old and already has 32 people that are working in the college area of my island. This is my newest high school, 23 graduates. This one here is one of my oldest high schools, 417 graduates. So when you build these high schools and you build these colleges early on, you're setting up yourself up for a time where when you do build college jobs, when you do build high school jobs like factories and all this stuff, you are going to have them get filled up right away. Look at this factory, look at this factory, look at this factory, all the way filled up pretty much. And that's what I'm talking about. So when you have all of these places filled up, you'll be good to go. So make sure you build colleges and high schools early on. But also make sure, don't be cheap. I know it's tough on money at the beginning, but you do have to pay college and high school workers from the outside in to begin with. That's just how it goes. You know, let's look at this cathedral, for example. I know it's college educated level. Let's take a look at these Tropico. She's 37 years old. She's not even that old. This guy, let's take a look at another guy. Tropico, 52 years old. So now I don't even have to rely on the outside. This guy is 51 years old. I don't even have to rely on the outside for college workers. I don't have to pay for it anymore because I've built these from the get-go. All right, here's another thing I want to tell you, that it's okay to fire people. For example, if you see a lot of high school jobs are open, you don't want them to just be open. So you look at stuff like, for example, the Supermax prison. I don't have a lot of prisoners. I don't even have any right now. I'm not imprisoning anybody right now. So as you can see, I fired 4 people and have only 2 spots filled up. This way, these high school job workers could go look somewhere else. Go get another high school job. I don't need you here. So you have to budget your buildings. You have to maintenance your buildings one by one in order to be successful. Because if you just like let it be, then you're just gonna have, why do I need how much is here? 8 high school workers in here when I'm not even imprisoning that much. People are not dissatisfied with me. I don't have to jail anybody. So here, get the hell out of here. Go find yourself a different job. Like this job, supermarket, is more important than a prison right now because I needed more than that. Like this job is a high school required one, which is the hydroponics farm. And he's a high school worker. So it's okay to fire people. It's okay to let people go. It's okay to close open spots in a certain job that you don't need them for it anyways. You don't need them for it. If I see, for example, a pub that's only like getting half of the people that it should get, which is rare in my case, but I fire him. No, it's not a problem. I fire him, go get a different job. So fire people. It's all right. Of course, having jobs and having your workers be happy with their jobs is 2 different things. So what you need to do, this is where you need to spend money to make money. I want to use this cigar, for example, cigar factory. If you look here, we'll put automated line, a machine choppers, all this stuff, decreases workers by 4, but increases effectiveness by 20. When effectiveness is increased, they're more happy. There's some things that, says like air conditioning, that if you put it, it has good job quality. Here it is, central air conditioning, job quality increased by 20. You need to make them happy. Over here in ranches, I think there's some job quality increasement. I think it was the hydronic farms. But what I'm saying is you need to go and look at your building upgrades and see what would make your workers happy. What do you need to increase to make your workers happy? So make sure you do look at these upgrades so you can actually not only have low unemployment rates, but also have satisfactory employment rates as well. There's some of them, like I know I need for my economy to get boosted, but nobody's gonna work in it because the job quality is so low. Let's look at the oil well, for example. For a high school worker, it's 85 job quality because I've raised it all the way up here. For example, if I go back to this, it's 60. See, right away, somebody left. So you just make sure you keep your job quality. You raise the wages once you feel like it's appropriate and your economy can handle it. So these are the tips to have low unemployment rates, and these are the tips to have good unemployment rates in Tropico 5 where people are actually happy with their jobs. I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe, and comment your ideas below. But please, guys, make sure you do subscribe. I always say this, my Tropico fans are the reason why this channel is running as well as it is running, because you guys always give me your intake, feedback, etc. Next week, or in the next coming days, I'll be uploading a video on how to get your military loyalty up. So make sure you subscribe and turn my notifications on. I hope you learned something from this video. Thanks a lot for watching. My name is Tastic, and I am out.